Al, bring us in.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netherblock, the show where we build a 64 by 64 by 64 block of netherrack in Minecraft.
I'm Tony.
I'm Al.
I'm Joe.
I'm Komette.
Oh God, we did kill a horse though. Oh,
that was
sad.
That
was so sad.
They left us a horse.
God. We didn't kill it. A horse wandered onto the campfire and died.
Burned itself to death.
I was walking down the stairs and there was this horse on fire
it's too skinny.
screaming
I can't
and
get the
neighing.
horse to the block.
No, and you never could you?
I don't think so. I just tried.
I guess not. I'm assuming we would have done that before if we could have. Blomp.
Probably. Why am I going?
So what did they leave
I
us?
don't have anything.
Do you guys know?
Did
No.
you know it? Oh.
He didn't tell me because it was a surprise. Huh?
Do you have any hints or anything?
That they're not specifically targeting Al, but it just so happens that
It's gonna be
That it's making fun of Al. Yeah.
okay.
I think it's near Al's. They said it's just because you're so predictable on where you're gonna be.
It's gonna be the mining spot?
Yeah, so that's my guess.
I gotta say, with Joe, I did go, I think, in some places I would not have otherwise gone, so I might have missed it because they assumed I would be so predictable, and I wasn't.
And they also assumed your gender, and that was just rude.
Yeah, they did.
They're welcome to do that.
Oops, this is not how that works.
Man, pemmican's expensive, you guys.
So where is this coming from?
Well, I mean, the stuff I was
what
looking
got
at was
you
on
into
Amazon.
pemmican?
Where's pemmican coming
Where's
from?
this
I don't know
drive
what
to
your
get
question's
pemmican
about.
Like, what made
Why
you
are
think
you
of
researching
pemmican?
pemmican prices?
You mean, why am I interested in pemmican? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like,
Oh my
where the
gosh.
hell did that come from? Like, this obscure thing
Like
that
the
nobody's ever heard
concept.
of about, all of a sudden you're, like, interested in, like, it's a model train or something.
Well, no, I was thinking about diets and stuff, and, like, there's the whole paleo diet, and I was thinking about pemmican, and I was like, this is literally just fat with, like, some nuts in it. Surely there's a diet here.
Yeah, like, it's called keto.
Right, but just like,
Yeah,
we're
kind
just
of.
gonna send you some rendered beef fat that you could, like, you don't need to eat that much of it because it's nothing but calories. And, that'll be your food source.
How long does it keep you full?
Well, that gets calibrated depending on how much you eat. So, we talked about
Yeah,
this
like,
the other week.
you eat a full cup of, like, fat, you'll probably be full for a little bit. They say that as far as
shooting right out of you.
satiety shows, like, fat does not, like, keep you that satiated because it doesn't take up that much volume in the stomach unless you're in ketosis. So I imagine that, like, you'd be better off if you want to feel full just eating 3 pounds of
Well,
spinach.
I'm assuming the kind of person who would do this would be like the new Soylent, right? It was just being solid form. It's like, oh, here's the, like, it's kind of a semi-solid, right? Because it's fat, but then there's, like, some binding agent in there. And that would just be all you would eat. And you would get into keto.
I have a good friend
Go ahead.
who is he doesn't have a good like diet because he's really picky. He's like probably the pickiest person
Rude.
I've ever met. And so in order to get all
Rude is
of
putting torches down.
Yeah? You closed in my thing.
So?
Like,
That
what
was
sort of
rude.
stuff does he eat? Is he like one of those people that's only ever eating, like, macaroni and cheese like a child?
Yeah, pretty much. And so in order to get all of his like daily nutrients, he gets this thing delivered to his
spit at thee
house.
from hell's heart.
No, wait, we have to go back.
And a engineer, actually, like a kid who is getting his engineer degree or whatnot, invented this said drink because he wanted something that would satiate all of his needs, but wouldn't take too much like time to eat it.
Yeah, that's actually called soy.
Yeah, that's what
the
I was
new-
talking about
Soylent.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if it was
Like, it satisfies him sexually?
Yeah,
All
like,
of
gets
his
him
needs
off.
spiritually? Dude doesn't need to
It's
pray anymore,
just
Joe.
like yeah, it's a white liquid, so it's kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Talks to him. It's great.
Yeah.
But that's I thought Soylent was maybe like a broader term for something.
He doesn't need to play video games
Soylent
anymore
is
because he
the-
gets that same feeling of satisfaction from just drinking.
What, like, was Soylent based off of something before Soylent Green and it was made of people? Like, is there a...
No, I think
so.
it was just a made-up
I think that's where it
company
came from.
name, like in the universe of Soylent Green.
But it's made of people, and that's why he's an engineer, because he's also a cannibal. And a lizard person.
What?
A millennial.
All
Yeah,
the
lizard
things.
people. They always eat like people.
Our engineers
I've
known to
mentioned
be
my.
like-
Yeah, I mean, anybody who believes in science is a lizard person that just wants to, like, vaccinate your kids to cause autism.
I've mentioned my browser replacement thing, right? Or I have a browser
random
extension
Google
that
stuff for
replaces
you.
the word millennial with lizard people.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, there was
Is
a
there a
rubber
reason
band.
you're building a house? Is it to make
Well,
Al mad?
last week Albert took blocks off the Netherblock in order to crack
I
the
took
roof
them
open
out
because he
of
didn't
the
feel safe
Netherblock.
enough. Yes.
Not off of it.
Why?
so that the
So
roof
there
would be
wouldn't
open
be
and
a
he wouldn't be in
death
darkness.
trap.
So I started
You're
building roofs
welcome.
all over the place.
What can I say?
Al, get good.
Except you're welcome.
Hey, that was all of my hard work. I hope you feel proud
I
of
do.
yourself.
I feel very proud of myself. If you
Of course he
can't tell,
does.
I'm not one bit ashamed.
That's the man. Worst. So I built roofs everywhere.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Take that.
And Al started putting down
Everybody
torches.
has to put stuff down on the block.
Yeah, but none of us are complaining as much as you.
And you're not. And
I
you're
didn't
not undoing.
complain. I
We're not
I
undoing
did
people's
something.
work.
Yeah, we're not undoing.
There's a difference.
No, you didn't. You took blocks off.
Yeah.
You undid. There were less. The numbers were lower.
But
We're now an
by the
episode
time
further.
you got back, they weren't lower.
The grand total was, but you still desecrated the block.
That's not a thing.
Yes, you have
That's not a
zero
real
place.
thing.
You have no grounds. 3 episodes ago, when you were digging down to finish the frame, you were like, "I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry to the reviewers that I'm taking blocks off." You can't be 2 different viewpoints, Albert.
Yes, I can.
That's inconsistent. Your character is inconsistent.
Yeah, you'd
is
be
not
like
The Last
labeled the
Jedi.
John Kerry level flip flopper.
Wow, that's
Anybody remember
ancient.
that? Like in 2000,
Christ.
like 2004, people were like literally just bringing flip flops to like bush
Yeah,
rallies.
well, at least he didn't have women in a binder, though.
It was weird.
Women binders. Binders full of women. That's what it
I
was.
still think that's weird because it's like they were literally trying to hire women, so they filled up binders with tons
Yeah,
and
but it
tons
sounded
of
funny,
qualified
Tony,
applicants.
and he's on the wrong side, so we make
It's
fun
true.
of him.
And now he's like
Mitt Romney.
the great moderate hope. Now that he's not running against Barack Obama. It's like, yeah,
was
go
it again?
get him,
I forget,
Mitt
to be
Romney.
honest. That was
Yeah.
Romney.
Yeah,
Ah!
yeah. I keep watching blocks respawn after I break them. It's
Minecraft. Oh, there's a little kid riding a chicken. Hi, sir.
like real life.
Yep.
Oh no, I can't pick up my flaming arrow that I shot.
Nope.
Well,
So haven't any of you guys tasted Soylent?
I have not.
I
Have you?
not. I've been curious about it.
I have not. I could probably ask him.
Brought no tools.
Well, the dude was just like, I'm tired of making food. And like,
Yeah, well, no, he's like, it was too much work for him to stop whatever he was doing
Whoa.
to.
These I hear about
make
these kinds of
food.
ideas. I've been listening to a like a startup type podcast a lot recently of a guy named Tim Ferriss, and about like 80% of these
Goodbye.
people, I think, don't have kids. Like, there's no way you like invent Soylent and also have kids. You like.
To be fair, most people don't continue to add kids to their household by 3s and 4s for the 5 years after they started having kids. Where did you go, Al? Why did you leave the game?
I was stuck bouncing in the floor. The rubber band, like, I got
yeah,
caught.
I'm pretty sure
in-
that Tim Ferriss, by choice, decided not to have kids. Like, he and his wife just didn't want them.
Well, yeah, because it would crimp
Who?
his, like, I'm super efficient style.
I mean, that's kind of his choice, though.
Yes, I realize that. I'm just saying, like,
Can you lose
I
weight
feel
if
like
you
he
only
doesn't
drink
have a lot
Soylent?
to say to somebody
I
like
don't know.
me. The mindset of, like,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
kids,
sit
you
at my
idiot.
desk and, like, I can get more work done if I'm eating.
God damn.
Wow, that was a
Man,
bad one.
these
Seriously.
rubber bands. Yeah, that was a bad
yeah, I
one.
couldn't get into a box forever.
If I'm eating this weird goop that I made, you just,
What is that noise?
like, it doesn't
Oh my
stand
gosh.
up.
What do you... What?
Al thinks you're a bad person if you don't have kids, is what it comes down to.
Whatever.
No, I feel left out sometimes.
Rude.
I don't. It's fine. Like, I don't need to be
You had your
included.
chance. You had 30 years. You didn't invent Soylent.
That's right. I didn't.
Yeah, you could have totally invented Soylent. I mean, it makes more sense to me that a guy that has kids and doesn't have enough time would invent Soylent.
Yeah, but if you have like people
but
in
I
your
feel
life,
like
you
a
want to
kid
have
would
dinner
be
with
like,
them and like have,
"No."
like spend time with them.
I mean, basically, you're inventing baby formula for adults.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. I feel like Scott would totally drink Soylent.
I'll try it. I'll get some.
it also just cuts out the whole like social aspect of food entirely. It's like they don't.
I mean, he's an engineer. He's probably not that social.
Tony loves engineers.
I do. They make cool stuff, but they're not good dinner conversation usually.
I don't think that's true. My dad is hilarious.
That's true. Tim is pretty amazing.
I think there's a lot of people who are hilarious once you get to know them. My dad's that kind of person, where he's not outgoing, but like secretly, he's hilarious.
You don't get my jokes.
Yeah.
Unless you know me. To penetrate my outer barriers.
So
My
we
dad
went
is
also.
too social. Like,
We
have to-
just got back from Louisiana.
Louisiana.
And
Which
just
city in
speaking-
Louisiana was it? Komette?
Nolans.
Nolans.
Oh, come on!
NOLA.
You know I was baiting you into that. Komette's been saying New Orleans
NOLA?
like a complete person from not
New
in the
Orleans?
area for like a month now.
Right. No, but we took my mother. Well, we didn't take her. She bought her own way there, but she came with us. And I love my mother. She's my mom and
Here's
everything.
the butt.
But there's one thing that I realized is that my mom has no concept on when to talk and when not to talk at all.
No social cues.
No, well, yeah, no. Not
It
even
also-
social
it-
cues, but just
Sounds like an
like
engineer.
No,
Right,
she's
Tony?
the opposite of an engineer. She just talks and talks and
she
talks.
talks. Like, there's this one point where we were leaving, we were walking back to the ferry to get back to the B&B.
Goodbye.
And everybody was pretty sore, so we stopped for a minute. But I wanted to try to walk through this festival, and we had drinks. It said like no outside drinks or whatever, but I was pretty sure we could get away with it. But then my mother decides to stop and talk to the police officers right outside of the festival, and
Just like holding this giant like 18 shots of alcohol daiquiri thing that she
Yeah.
paid like $14 for. And it's like, okay, what, can we go through there even though we have drinks? It's like he's standing right in front of the sign. It's like, you just walk past.
Yeah. And she was like, "Thank you so much for letting us into your city and talking." And it's like, these people are trying to do their job, and we should leave them alone. And
Yeah, it's not like they had a choice.
yeah,
He
no.
didn't show up to their city and they're like they voted.
They're like,
Should we
this
let
terror
Komette's
person
mom
is
in?
a
Next
no.
up in the memorandum, Komette's mom come here next month. Who was
It was
leaving the
just
call?
like,
What was that all about?
Huh?
Someone dropped out of Discord?
I didn't drop
Someone's here.
out. I just couldn't hear anybody for like a minute.
Oh.
Interesting. That's.
I
Guess what,
ended
Al?
up-
You dropped out.
I was walking with a cane the whole time, and I ended up like having to get rid of the tip of that because I was just thinking about all the like urine, human feces, vomit,
Yes,
like all the
it's
drinks,
bottom
like
of
the
your shoes,
antifreeze,
too.
the hobo matter that I
do, like
stabbed.
the
Why
end
were
of
you
your
thinking about
cane?
that more in Nolans? It's not like that stuff doesn't get on the ground
yeah,
other
but
Fort
Like,
places.
Collins is
dr-
a very clean
Yeah, it's
place.
like
We don't
a
have
sterile
like public
city.
urination.
Like it's ridiculously sterile, but like I looked at the bottom of my cane and I was like, this thing has probably been stabbed into like more matter than pretty much any doctor would ever get like as a surgeon. Like it's just been through people and nastiness and awful like just grossness. And I was like, I need to get rid of this tip, so I had to throw that away. I wanted to burn it
What do you
just to
do?
see what other colors it might like burn because it was just awful.
Do you eat the tip of your cane at night?
I mean,
It's not like poop isn't everywhere.
Holy
what?
shit!
Poop is
yeah, but Al, you
In all
like
places.
you use a weird rag to wash yourself that's never been washed before. So like as
just
far
like
as cleanliness,
explosions in
what are you
distance.
talking about?
Al like has a family rag that he got passed down from his great grandpappy, and they like wash with it, and doesn't think that you need to actually be
You're just
clean.
making things up. This is like none of this is true. This is spurious.
It's okay, Al. You don't have to be embarrassed about it.
Just murdered that guy.
He's just got like
I know, I heard it. It was
Not
horrifying.
accurate.
he's got that wash rag that he calls it, like that's basically been in his family for 6 generations. As he like sits in a
thing to
bathtub
troll
and
Al
like
about.
rubs himself with a stick and a rag. No, Al makes fun of me for wanting to be
Hey,
clean. Like he's like, how
What are
clean
you
do you
guys
need to
talking
be?
about?
Al doesn't believe in showers. Like he doesn't shower ever, and it's basically
None
him
of this
sitting
stuff
in.
is true.
He like sits in butt soup and thinks that it's okay, and that he's clean.
I love bats.
I do that once
What?
a month.
I did that
when I want
once,
to treat
okay.
myself.
He's like he's a Civil War soldier. It's in his contract that he has to shower
Wait,
once a month.
bats? Bats are nice. What's wrong with baths?
I know they
no,
are.
but Tony's saying that they're not. What's
No,
wrong
I'm
with
saying that
baths?
like baths
This is
are
I know
fine
he
if you like
is.
if you take a shower before you take a bath, it's okay to take a bath. Otherwise, you're just sitting in gross poop water.
I don't
you
know
do
what
in your
type of.
baths,
Yeah,
but-
I was gonna say, do you like poop in your water?
No,
Like,
I'm just saying it's disgusting.
I'm
like,
pretty sure.
You're just
Bring
getting
the
all
I'm pretty
the
sure
in
that
there?
Tony poops in his bathwater, guys.
No.
That's
No,
the only
pretty sure.
takeaway that I'm getting away from this.
No, if you don't take a shower and get fully clean before bathing, it's getting really gross in that water.
How clean are you
And
getting in
how
the shower?
clean is your butt?
Pretty clean.
Are you not like wiping yourself? Like what's
No,
happening
like
here?
that's-
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that if you don't shower before you take a bath,
great.
you're just
This is the
sitting in
kind of
gross
content I
like
dreamed of
grunge.
making.
Yeah.
It's just grunge. It's gross. Like you can see it in the water. Like even if it's been like 12 hours.
Who is above ground but not in a
I'm
bed?
above ground. I just laid like 12 blocks on, or 12 stacks on the block.
12 blocks?
12 blocks on the
12
stack.
single blocks.
No, it was like 12 stacks.
Did you throw
I'm
your
too
shoes
scared to go
out
up
too?
there.
No, not yet.
They
There's
touched
a,
everything your cane touched, right?
Yeah, but there's a
Or
hole
were you
in
like
the side of
jabbing
the
it into
shoes.
things and people and wounds
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff?
pretty sure I jabbed a
To
hobo
bring it
at
back
some
around,
point.
this is also the kind of conversation that you just can't have with kids, because like you just touch and poop every day. So
Yep.
Oh,
like changing
I see.
diapers and stuff.
You can't,
Yeah.
with kids. I thought you meant talking to your you couldn't
and
talk to
helping
your,
people wipe who
I
aren't
thought
good
you
at
couldn't
wiping
talk
yet.
to your kids about this, and I was like, why not?
No,
I thought you were
I've
talking
never
about
done
like how
this.
like
no.
matter what.
I talk to my kids about nothing but this.
Yeah, I thought you were saying like how no matter what, if you like test your toothbrush, there's always like poop particles in it.
If you keep
I
it
thought
in
the
the
kids would
bathroom,
laugh
it
too
is.
much if you had this conversation.
Yeah. All right.
Just be uncontrollable.
Morning. What is that originally from, anyway?
Spring or Al? What's that from? The birth of spring? Al's gone again.
Something's wrong.
The last thing you said was I have to be careful in case I eat. And then I didn't hear anything else.
The famous last words.
Yep.
Oh wow. Maybe he completely crashed.
Yeah, maybe Florida finally fell into the ocean.
I thought that was California that's gonna fall into the ocean.
Yeah, it's Florida's just
gonna
gonna
flood.
Yeah, Florida's gonna flood. California's
What's the
gonna fall
difference?
into the ocean.
Like California is actually gonna detach from the country,
Or
whereas
a chunk of California,
Is
anyway.
detached.
Yeah.
Good.
what do you want from me? You keep on getting up in my business, I will
Yeah, they
fuck
do
you
that.
up.
Sorry.
No, you won't. Do not
mean to
hurt
offend
the
you.
pigmen.
Also, Joe, we need to isolate the rant I did on the juice cleanses for Mr. Jones because he wants to keep that.
The beep got used a lot that episode.
Yeah.
I just couldn't handle anything that was being said. I was like, I'm just beeping all this. But I sporadically did it, so it's just like, it's the beep and beep beep. Even Al got beeped.
I hear you
here.
gassed. I hear you somewhere.
I just murdered a ghast like brutally.
Yeah, well, again, and when you killed it, it made the worst noises ever.
Yep.
She has a different
yep,
soundboard
yep.
that somehow infected our computers.
I think it's because she's melee hitting it, and I always one-shot it with an arrow. I think. Is the
Probably.
dealio. Is Al texted or anything? I bet he's just talking and doesn't realize.
No, but he left Minecraft too. I think his whole thing crashed.
Yeah, but usually throw something into Google.
You're in a very precarious mining area, Vanek.
I'm at the very edge of. I've cleared all of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of gap around here. Like, it's just getting worse.
Yeah, yes. The nether block is difficult.
The question is, was it actually more difficult than the dirt block? I think it was, just because the dirt block, like, you only had a few layers. You had to keep
I
going
understand
outward.
the overworld. I knew where, like, it's very rare you're digging dirt and you just fall to your death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you lose all your gear forever because you don't understand, like, this labyrinth we've built.
Yes, it's just all
Oh
sameness.
shit! No.
I was gonna ask you guys something about New Orleans, but I can't remember what.
It was about food.
Talked to Komette about that a bit, but
I mean,
always
we
happy
had
to hear about New Orleans food.
we went to, like, Cafe Du Monde and had beignets and all the other, like, stereotypical stuff. That place, like, that lady stole from me. Like, I bought 2 things of donuts and 2 things of milk. So,
No,
like,
I think
6
that
beignets.
was correct. And then a coffee.
Yeah,
I think that was the correct amount.
That was $6. Then it was $3 for the 2 things and $2 more for coffee. And she took my $15 and just like ran off with it. Never came back.
God, that was the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my entire life because A, you couldn't really understand what she was saying in the first place. But then Mom was like, oh, I'll pay for the tip. And she brought out the $2 for the tip and then hands it to Tony, takes it away, hands it back to Tony. Tony takes it. Tony hands it to my mom. And then I'm like, oh my God, just give the fucking money to the person.
Why were you doing that?
I couldn't understand what your mom was saying because it's like, it was so loud. And I'm like, I bought breakfast for you. Why are you giving me money?
No, she was trying to pay for the tip.
Okay, I really didn't understand what she was trying to do.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God,
hear her.
I was horrified, absolutely horrified. I don't know, like, I'm thinking about it and getting anxious. I was like, what are you doing?
Those are good beignets. What else?
We went to like Kingfishers, and that was really good. Like,
It's just called Kingfish.
Oh, Kingfish. I basically kept trying every form of like po' boy ever, and I found like what is it, like Bidoon, something like that.
Boudin?
Cajun sausage.
Yeah, the Cajun
it's probably
sausage.
got some twang in the way you pronounce it.
And it's not normal sausage because it's like boudin, but it's sausage, but instead of just being the meat, it's also like rice and beans inside the sausage and then deep fried and breaded, and it's so good. It's so good. Like, I
It was
have
really
to make
yummy.
it now.
The place that we went was like,
It was the only place that
amazing.
had good cocktails in all of New Orleans that we found.
yeah, they were really expensive too.
It's more about just volume there. with the
Yeah.
cocktails.
Yeah, and I'm just not interested in that life.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, real quick,
Yeah,
I'm back
but
on the
think-
call. How should I sync up my video and stuff?
Did you have to restart?
I've already started my audio, so this is being
Do an
recorded.
audio sync. And
Okay.
then look at the screen and I'll type. Or you can type if you want.
I gotta load
Also
Minecraft
work.
up, and hopefully it won't crash again. My other stuff.
Did
What happened?
everything crash?
I mean, what do you mean?
You were off
Because you
Discord.
left
You were
Discord and
The power went out.
yep, that's what.
I
Yeah.
sent you guys a text. Did you not get my
off. That's what
text?
we mean.
we
We did not get your text. I said actually.
Yeah,
Explicitly,
actually, I'm
it's
looking
weird.
now. We
Usually
did
he-
not have a text.
In
So
Discord, you
apparently
don't?
it also killed your.
Oh, it's in
Florida
Discord.
is dying. Oh.
Power outage.
Okay, well, that's the. Just never use Discord again. Synchronizing single player,
Threw us
multiplayer
off.
Minecraft realms, single player, multiplayer Minecraft realms. And I'm getting in the game. Okay, Joe, if you want to sync.
You can type too. Just
Okay.
make sure you're in. I guess I can see that you're in. That'll do it.
Boo.
I also really don't understand oysters. Like we had some there, and like I tried one, and
Tony's
it's just like
face was fucking hilarious.
you have a video of it somewhere where it's just
I
like
do have a
Oysters.
video of it. Oh my god.
Tony, what are you doing today?
We're at Acme, and we're supposed to be doing oysters, and this looks disgusting.
Acme Oyster. And this is your what? Your first oyster ever.
Yeah, so here we go.
You put the red sauce on?
Okay.
it's just like
Tony
you're-
just doesn't like seafood.
Yeah, it's I like tuna and stuff.
But that's like fish. You don't like
I like
I mean,
crab.
that is
like-
seafood. You can't say fish isn't seafood. Come at.
I
Tuna
like
fish?
No,
Like deli
but
tuna
like-
fish?
no. I'm talking about like poke bowls and stuff where it's like raw tuna
okay.
fish on a salad.
Never mind,
Like
it's
I like that
definitely
sort of
seafood.
stuff. I
But
Pokeballs
that's
aren't
new.
real.
You did not like that recently.
Did Charmander?
I like salmon, like baked and raw. I like a lot of different. Like there are some fish I like. I still would rather have beef, but if it's there, it's good. But like I try this and I'm like, how do people want to just
I love
slurp down
it.
this snot ball and
it's
pay a bunch
rare.
of money for it?
I don't
Okay,
think
so
of
you
it
had it
as
raw?
snot.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
raw.
raw
It was
oysters.
Did you have him on a cracker?
no, just straight up
Did you
out of the
put
half
Tabasco
shell.
sauce on it? Did you
I
do?
love that. Yeah,
Nope.
I did the whole cocktail sauce and everything
Yeah,
for
she
him.
set it up for me.
He's just picky.
It
What
tastes
the fuck
like the
do you
sea.
want?
It's.
I mean, it
love
doesn't
them,
taste
but
like much.
occasionally-
Honestly, it's just an excuse to eat cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce and lemon juice
and crackers.
yeah.
Like if you could just pour cocktail sauce on top of a cracker, and it's not that much different as far as taste goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
eating
consistency
an
is
oyster.
just
and
like
you,
a snot ball.
I like how briny it is.
Yeah, I love the briny.
Like, yeah. because I'm the salt fiend, but
Yeah,
Tony's
anytime we go
fucking
and
face
Komette
was like
orders a drink.
somebody stomped on his foot.
Yeah, anytime we order a drink, like Komette stops the waiter and is like, "I need an obscene amount of salt on the rim." Like whatever you think.
Whenever
like I want it to be
yeah.
a sarcastic level of salt.
Whenever
Yes,
I get
that does sound familiar.
margaritas.
I like that phrasing. A sarcastic
I always say
level
I
of
want a
salt.
sarcastic, like, yeah.
I feel like I've heard that first person. I think you did it at
Yeah, that was in.
Austin.
I think the first time I heard it was in Austin, or not Austin, San Antonio.
Right. We were never in Austin. Got it.
Someday we'll be in Austin. We'll try to get to Fantastic Fest someday.
Yeah, I should actually do that.
Then we'll see Tim Ferriss and ask him about why he doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
I swear
Was he
I've
at
heard him talk
Fantastic
about
Fest?
that. That or he had kids a long time ago. I'm trying to remember which.
Those
They
those
don't
are
go
two
anywhere.
wildly different positions. He had kids a long time ago, and
Well,
he
if they're
decided
out of the
never to have
house-
kids.
If they're
Okay,
out of the
yeah, I
house,
guess.
you have the time.
Yeah.
I think I'm confusing
I
him
don't
with-
understand.
I think I'm confusing him with Rob Wolf.
No, you're thinking of John Travolta or any other person with kids. If that's the deciding factor.
It took me like a year to start listening to this podcast after I'd heard Tim Ferriss's name, because in my mind I just could not stop thinking about Sam Harris. Like Tim Ferriss, Sam Harris, like they have
And
the same
done
mouth.
podcasts
Egg.
together too. They have done podcasts
going on
together
here?
too.
I have not heard that one yet. I haven't heard
Why is
any.
there
I
fire-
haven't heard of any of Sam Harris's stuff.
Oh,
the main thing I know
interesting.
about him is that he's an atheist and he debates for atheism, and I'm like, I mean, that's great for you, but like, not really my jam. So I don't need to hear a ton of that.
Or anyone whose name sounds like or rhymes with his.
Yeah, no, I mean that literally was like, I'm not really interested in Sam Harris, so this Tim Ferriss guy, I'm not gonna listen to him either. I'm not saying it was a smart decision. I'm not defending it. I'm just explaining where
I
my
have this great
stupid brain went.
podcast by Jim Neris.
What about Hannah Ferris? She's a person.
All he does is discuss shark movies and how he loves them.
Can't do it. Who is
And
is
kids.
that a real question, Tony, about Hannah Ferris? Is
It's actually Anna Ferris. It's Chris Pratt's wife or ex-wife.
ex-wife.
I think they broke up.
Yeah, ex-wife.
Yeah, he's dating Sylvester Stallone's child now.
Child.
Yes.
Chris Pratt is?
Yep, they're getting married.
I don't know that. I don't exactly
Is he
follow
going to
Yeah, I
be
don't-
in Sylvester Stallone movies now?
I mean,
Yes.
it could be.
Because
how
of
that works.
nepotism?
Yep.
I
He needs,
mean,
totally,
it
kind of is.
he needs a leg up.
Yeah, it's totally not because he actually like
Come
sells
on,
movie
you know
tickets
you
or
want to see
anything.
Chris Pratt and
Rocky 17.
Rambo Last Blood?
We covered that last week. Ooh. No, I'm going this way.
I need Tony. Tony's the only one on here I
Al-
would expect to be cool about that.
Did you find anything on the Netherblock when you went to go mine?
You cut out. Did I find anything on the Netherblock when?
When you went and mined?
We're trying to find some box that was left for us.
I don't think it's a
On
box.
the
I have no
Netherblock?
idea what it is. No, on
If
the.
I had found
in
a
the-
chest or
No,
anything
in the-
that wasn't Nether, I would have let you guys know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like. Well, I guess I could. You're right. No, I could have done the sneaky thing where I
Yeah,
didn't
the
say
trident?
anything, but I did not.
Who
Not
wants
this
this?
time.
Who's in the overworld?
I'm in the overworld.
I'm not.
Let's sleep.
I am in the underworld.
I also am in the underworld.
The
You should have found
underdog.
salvation.
About this. The upside down.
Yes, the upside down.
That's coming back. Oh, I need to not go through the portal yet. Let me know when you guys are done.
I'm a long way out from that.
Where are you?
I'm
Yeah,
still
where the-
running.
in God's name are you?
I'm still running from the block. I'll grab this horse. It'll go faster.
That far.
It's pretty
Yeah,
far.
Sound like you were some backwoods.
Everything is extremes for Tony.
Ow.
He's got poop leaking out of his butt right now as he runs 800 miles back to the trailer.
No, I didn't have any Olestra.
Ugh. Or pemmican.
Yeah, I'm sure Pemmican would probably be pretty good about that.
Just wind
It's like
you up. I don't know, it's
MCT.
fat, so it could just.
MCT oil basically just makes it so you're a fountain.
But it was a thing like
This
back in the
MCT
day.
oil.
MCT
It
oil
was-
is like refined coconut oil that they put through a centrifuge. So it has all the good benefits of coconut oil without tasting anything like coconut. Because coconut is kind of gross.
Pemmican was trail food back in the day, so you could you get a lot of calories for the weight you would carry. So you would tote it with you on the trail, and you didn't have to eat very much.
It would also keep
Yeah, and it also, it wouldn't spoil for like a year.
But you would poop your brains out.
Yeah.
The untold story of Lewis and Clark.
Dysentery on the trail.
I think that's from germs, not from pemmican.
Has anybody
Whoa.
ever gotten
Did you
dysentery
sleep,
here?
Tony?
Yeah,
No.
it's all bright.
Yeah.
Where would I have gotten dysentery?
I don't know.
Does that even still
God, our
exist?
stairs are so long now.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was just curious. It seems like something Al would have got whenever he was like 7.
They're going with this mythical owl. Washes with a rag on a stick. I think a gas just yelled at
It
me.
was the custom at the time, okay?
Like
The
back
guys
when they
did
had
just
waffles
yell
in
at
a can.
Waffles
Why
in
does
a
that
can?
sound familiar?
It's a Simpsons reference. Whenever he climbed that one, that one mountain.
Waffles in a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh no, it was flapjacks in a can, and like he tried to eat the adventure buddy he had,
Yes.
and he claimed to have fallen down the mountain, but he was jitterbugging that very night because people were tougher back then.
Are people also putting
apple
stuff down
cores.
on these stairs that I'm doing?
I don't know. I have no... Whoa, sir! Dude! I think if I had hit you just then, it would have been entirely justified. There's like a rule about you can just go walking. Just come back here, I'm talking to you.
Are you talking to a pig, or are you
Sir.
talking to like one of
Oh
us?
my god, that's so rude! Fine, to hell with you. Whoa, what was that noise? Who hurt the pigs?
What is up with you and noises in not Minecraft? Like,
It's me. I'm the one that always hears the weird noises.
Joe was doing. I think Joe took your place last week because he was doing a lot of like. What was that
There's
noise?
What did you guys even get up to? Did you put anything on the block?
We made
I
Yeah.
told you I did.
Yeah, but I
They
don't
also
really
took down
believe
ripped the
you.
roof off and did nothing.
There was like a weird
happened?
superstructure here that I've filled in.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe made that for him to
You
make
seriously
more.
not? We
He doesn't-
covered this in the first 10 minutes of the plot.
He has selective hearing. I learned on our trip.
It's really weird.
Very selective.
I was actually
So
really
selective, he
wondering. I
makes
was
things
more,
Oh my
up
God,
that didn't
I have a-
exist.
I was
I
more
have a
wondering about the
story.
conversation because you were talking about like Rambo and how I would be okay with it.
We talked about
you not
Last
okay with
Blood.
it?
I've never seen any of the Rambo movies.
Really? Not
a
even the
single
first
one.
one?
Nope.
I thought we might have done it for the podcast, but I guess not. Nope.
I got way more interesting content than this. Tony
I'll be the judge of that.
made no. Listen, ready? Tony made a girl eat shit on the plane.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
literally?
Eat
No,
shit.
she
like she
eat shit
fell
means you, like,
so
faceplant.
hard.
I mean, you've been talking about it this whole time. I don't know.
It's the next logical step.
it is the next logical
He made
step.
butt soup and then fed
No,
it to
like
her. Why
this
did you
lady was
murder
trying to
this
get
girl?
off the plane, and like we let all the people
No.
that had transfers go, but these people got caught behind because they were slow as shit.
and
so
Tony
I-
was freaking out and wanted to get off the plane.
I wasn't freaking
so
out. I was trying to be efficient, so I wasn't slowing anybody down. And then, like, basically, I couldn't get my bag back in the row because of the way I was positioned and the people behind me. And she was running past, and her foot caught my bag and basically just launched her face first into the
Fell
ground.
So hard.
I was sure that was gonna go with something with the cane.
No. Just like me hooking people as they walk by.
I no, just like it's a third, thing you have to be paying attention to in addition to your legs, and a lot of people. You're a younger guy, like you wouldn't expect you to have a cane, so maybe they are not 100% in the peripheral thinking about like I gotta watch out for this cane. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's
Come at
pretty
me.
logical.
No,
Yeah,
that makes
I could-
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
A cane would be very easy to trip over. Like I've almost tripped over it a few times. It's also bitten me a few times because of the sharp bear head on it. Like I've got
Yeah.
a few cuts because I like leaned weird and it just like caught and drove that tooth into me. It's like
Yeah,
this
that
is
does
it's
sound
not the
like
wisest
you.
thing, but it's cool. Now my cane has drawn
Sounds like
blood.
you.
Tony was cool with it because they were tougher back when he was raised.
No, that was Abraham Simpson.
No, I
don't need to my
I
belt.
was making a reference. I knew that wasn't your quote.
It's just the style at the time. Give me 5 Bs for a quarter, you'd say.
That sounds like
So-
a really bad deal even today.
I mean, unless a B is a nickel.
A bee was a nickel. They called them bees back then. It was I don't know, grandfather. Grandpa Simpson telling some pointless story that goes nowhere.
Oh, is that accurate?
Old man
Yes.
yells at cloud.
I don't know if it's accurate. It just was a grandpa moment. An Abe Simpson moment. He claims that they were nickels. I forget when that is. Someone wants him to do something like involving strength, and he's like, I have no abilities anymore. All I can do is tell pointless stories that go nowhere. Like the time I went to Shelbyville. I had not even tied my belt. That was the style at the time. It just goes off and just rambling on and on.
So accurate, though.
Give me 5 bees for a quarter, you'd say. Like everyone's just
Komette's mom definitely has a bit of those.
Oh my god, yes, she
Yeah,
does.
just so many
Are
of
we allowed
that.
to
It was
discuss
the
the
style at the
incident?
time.
What's
Which
the
incident?
at the time. Between Tony and your mom.
Oh, okay. So let me tell the preface, and then Tony can actually tell the story, because I decided to take a shower like right before we had some food ordered arrive, right? And so I hop in the shower and I get out and I'm not even done like drying myself, and my mom comes into the shower and I'm like, "Is everything okay?" And she's like, I just want to let you know." And I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" Right? And she's like, "So we ordered the food and the food's here and everything, and I came inside and Tony must have accidentally dropped the food, and so I told him to take my food because I thought he dropped mine and all this stuff." And I was like, "Okay, it sounds fine and everything." And but my mom was like not happy about it, and she would not stop talking about it. But I don't know what actually happened.
But what happened is I was moving my stuff to a plate, just to make it easier, and it slid off of the table. Like, I don't even know what happened. Like, my finger or something got caught on the edge of this, and it was like the slickest material I've ever seen, and just the sushi rolled onto a very, very fuzzy carpet. And I was picking it up and cursing myself and pissed off because I ruined some sushi. And she thought
That's fine.
I thought that she thought I was about ready to eat it all, like just straight up off the carpet. And I was mad because I wasted money. And she,
I would have been about to eat it off of the carpet.
Well, sushi isn't too bad.
yeah,
You could rinse it off, right?
Well, she was like, "Do you know how
My
many
mom
pubes
told
and
the
cum is
mom.
in that carpet?"
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
And the fact that she knows is kind of disturbing.
yeah.
Yeah, my mother, everyone.
But I was just cleaning it up because I was mad at myself, and I was like, it's almost good enough, but I don't trust it because it's like straight up fuzzy, and it like you can see all these weird hairs in the on the sushi. And I was just cleaning it up, and I was like, I got like 3 pieces, just eat yours, it'll be fine. And then she like refused to eat, so I ended up like finishing her California rolls that like late at night.
No, it like turned into a thing that like Tony refused to eat, and then my mom refused to eat, and I was like, "Look, if neither of you eat this, I'm going to be so mad at both of you."
Why are you refusing to eat?
Because she was gonna go without dinner because she felt bad about it, and I was trying to make sure
Such
she knew
a
that
weird thing.
I
And
went and
then,
made a
like-
sandwich. Like, I just went into the kitchen and I made a sandwich and told her to have the sushi that she ordered.
And then you could tell that like Tony was probably mad at himself for like dropping his food or anything. And
I
my
hate
mom
wasting
like
money.
yeah, my mom internalized that as him being mad at her. And so she kept on coming up to
boy.
me and she was like, "I was just trying to do the right thing, and I really just didn't want him to eat like icky stuff and this and that." And she was like, "Do you think I did the right thing?" And I was like, "Mom, I was literally in the shower. I have no idea what happened at
Your mom's not
all."
allowed to come on any trips where I'm there. Your mom stresses me out just hearing stories about her.
Yeah.
She
you
did
don't bring your
really,
mom and I will
really
bring my
well.
wife and we'll all be happy.
Like, I think for the most part, it was actually really great to have her there because
Yeah,
she
for the
was
most
just a
part.
companion.
Like,
There was no problems, really. Other than that, there was absolutely no problems.
the
She
only
had
problem
that
I
thing
had
about
was...
Tony's club.
What
Say
about...
that again?
Oh, yeah, the thing where it was Zephyr's, like, membership to that club thing I made when I was,
Yeah,
like,
that
6.
The Tony Club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was bizarre. It's like, why do you still have that? Like, burn
My
it.
mom keeps everything.
Yeah,
It's amazing. I don't know why you wouldn't have it.
Because,
Yeah,
like,
I
kids are
think they did.
stupid, and like, I'm not going to allow my kid to have any keepsakes before they remember how stupid they were.
That's awful. That's a terrible
Like,
parenting.
yeah, you just need to
Yeah,
you need to be an adult and forget that you were ever so stupid that you were a child.
That's adorable. You need to hold that over your children's head for the rest of their
that's
lives.
why I'm not going to. They won't understand it at the time why I'm shredding all of their bad drawings, but it's to protect them later.
Oh my god!
I mean, to
Tony!
be fair, they make a lot of bad drawings. I throw a lot of my kids' stuff away. I make them throw it away, actually.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
all right, which
Like
one do you
my
want to
mom-
keep? This one or that one?
My
only so
mom
much real
has
estate on the fridge.
the first drawing that my brother did of Battletoads, and then my brother turned into be one of like the most amazing artists that I've ever seen. So it's cool to see like.
I don't
his
tell
art
them
then
not
and
to
his art
draw.
now. No, I'm
They're
just saying my
great to
mom
draw,
kept it,
just-
and
Why
it's
do you
good to
hate your
see.
kids?
Tony is going to be a terrible parent.
No, I'm
oh
just
my
not
God.
gonna like. I'm never gonna tell stories of like my kid's childhood because that's embarrassing and awful, and I feel bad anytime anybody brings anything up from like when I was a child.
Oh my God! I'm going to only
That's
bring
how
up
kids
stuff
act.
from you
Yeah,
when
but
you were a
that's not
kid.
like
Then
that's not good.
It's delightful.
It's just
yeah,
wrong.
what are you
what's
talking
not
about?
good about it?
It's just like
Oh my God!
it's just like
Jesus
wow, you were
Christ.
too stupid to be alive. Like you really shouldn't have been allowed. Like you
Nobody
should.
does. I don't. That's not like wow.
what?
What an idiot! You used to poop in a diaper.
I only think that
they
about
even make it
Tony
to the
and Tony
potty?
only.
Yes.
It's like it's
how it
just
goes.
it's so embarrassing that I think like wow, I should not have been allowed to live. Like they should have just executed me as a kid for being
you know
so
what? That's a
stupid.
terrible attitude because you're gonna have that attitude about yourself.
Yeah, I
Like
still
right
have that
now,
about
like there's
myself.
something right now that you're doing that's
mean,
probably
it is-
stupid.
Yeah,
just
And
Tony,
you're
I
gonna
know a
have
lot
to
of stupid
eventually
things.
learn. If
We're
the
Tony
more
actually
you
really has
hate,
that attitude.
Yeah, we're learning Tony's really deep-seated insecurities right here now.
Because apparently he wasn't born an adult. It's apparently Tony's.
Yes.
But you even make worse mistakes now than you did as a kid, because at least when you're a kid, like
Yeah,
you
there's
have an
consequences
excuse.
now, and there's social
I'm laying
media.
down if anybody's.
I'll give
I'm gonna lay
it.
down also.
Overworld, bud.
Also, I would like to celebrate. I think we're about done, right?
Yep.
I would like to celebrate. It seems like the the arena has been returned more or less to normal as far as the spawning issue goes.
Yeah, that does seem to be
Really?
a lot less this time.
I haven't seen any stray zombies. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yay.
Now
Joe,
there
are you laying down?
some on the block.
I'm cutting off the block.
I think.
But I don't know how.
Oh, okay.
Am I sort
You're
of
the-
trapped on the block?
You're not going to have any footage to cut to. It's just us in our beds.
Yep.
It's fine. I'll do that. Didn't I put water down on all the corners? Did that not happen?
Do it. Try it.
I know there's some on some corners because at the very first
I don't think
episode
my video will be any good for you from the first half of the dirt block or another block. Joe.
Well, because it borked.
Right. So the audio's
Oh no!
there.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Okay, I can hear them coming.
You okay? I can help you.
I just heard one. I heard a phantom. I'm running.
I hear a zombie. Where's the zombie at? I've got my bow out. I'm here by the trailer.
No, I was way back by the block. I think I'm gonna make it, and that's gonna do it.
I don't see
Sometimes
him.
up.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget
Get
to
out of my way.
subscribe to the channel so you can see more of these great videos. And if you
everyone's
really love
here.
us, you should check us out over on Patreon, patreon.com/humanechos, where you can get access to these early and have the bonus podcast, tickle the insides of your ears, and all kinds of good stuff like that.
Ew, no.
We'll see you guys next time. I won't be here for next week, though, because I'm on vacation.
Yay! Vacation.
Bye.
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 Did we talk about the joke that you can't beat the house, Joe? The house always wins,
Did
and
we?
he's Mr. House.
Yes, Albert.
And then they made a TV show about him where he was a doctor.
It was weird because people kept trying to gamble against that doctor.